Hi, welcome to A Foreigner in the Philippines. Well, the talk, this particular talk is inspired by something that I was reading about Facebook and how Facebook are now pushing to get those people who have an account on Facebook to give their real names. And there's a bit of a controversy about this because people who have gone by their nickname or what's called their username are upset about this, and the main people who are upset about this are the drag queens who have these wild inflammatory names that they go by, but they are known by those names and in some cases have been known by them by that name for many years. Well, the push by Facebook to encourage people to use their name, the name that's on their ID, this would be the ideal. It would have far-reaching effects on how people operate within social media. For instance, for cyberbullying. In other words, you can't go on there calling yourself Joe the Big Dog and bully somebody, knowing that you are enjoying shooting from the bushes, kind of like hiding away and making your attacks without any accountability at all. See, now, if you had to put down your real name and could be held accountable on that real name by whoever it was that you were leading your attacks on, then, it's been found actually that when people tracking these things, when people are making their comments from their own name, the one that is on their driver's license or on their ID, then they tend to be a lot more cautious about the kind of thing that they say. So it cleans things up a lot, and I think that would be a very good thing. There will obviously be some way of having, say, like a subtitle. So you would be able, if you want to go down as Joe the Big Dog, you can put underneath a real name, your real name, and you can go known as, for instance, I write under the name Terence Flannery. The reason I write that is because I kind of got nostalgic for my family name. My family name is Flannery. I changed it when I was a musician for, right or wrong, good or bad. I thought that Martin was a more international, more middle-of-the-road name. That's been shot right out of the water lately, hasn't it? Because people, especially in America, have the strangest names with the strangest pronunciations. And it doesn't affect their success at all. So looking back, I now like to use my family name of Flannery, so I go under Terence Flannery. So in other words, I am on my ID, I am Terence Martin, and then it would have AKA, also known as Terence Flannery. So if I were to be known mainly as Terence Flannery, I'd have to be able to show ID for my AKA, which is Terence Martin. And that means that I am subject to a lot of different laws and codes of conduct and behavior. What is happening now is that because for cyberbullying especially, cyberbullying has led to the death of some kids in America, and these are young teenagers, early teens and possibly pre-teens, that have it has led to them taking their own life. In one particular one that was so bad, I believe that the girl at a party and under the influence had lifted her t-shirt and shown her breasts. Someone was in there. Of course, there's always someone, isn't there, with one of these, and the next thing you know, you're on Facebook. And because of that, she was hounded for her bad behavior, and the shame of it, I think, had an incredibly bad effect, possibly her suicide. Can't remember whether she is one of the kids that we lost. But if people were not able to just start another username based email and then go on Facebook quoting that email as being you or them, if they couldn't do that, then a lot of the bogus accounts will disappear, and a lot of the shooting from the bushes where you're completely anonymous, right? The old thing of not shooting a guy in the back or kicking a man when he's down, all of those kind of things might actually come to mean something again. In other words, fair play and good ethics in how you behave. That's why we have laws about libel. That's why a man or woman is innocent until proven guilty. And the laws of libel and slander are there because people try to get around the fact that they don't know, can't prove that a person is guilty of whatever it is that they suppose them to be. They go on and they just spread the rumor. And actually in the Philippines they are particularly interested in doing in keeping that law and enforcing it. Very recently, Rappler Radio did some stuff where they leveled either some accusations or some slanderous statements against the president, and I believe he pursued that according to the law. And so that's something that we can all look forward to, I feel. I would just like to see it cleaned up so that people stand by what they say and don't just spread bad stuff about others that they cannot substantiate. So that's my little thing. I was very interested to see that Facebook is pursuing that and trying to get people to go on their real name. And we can only hope that if YouTube has not already taken notice of that and started or already taken action on that, they will be taking notice of what will be an inevitable turn of events, and it will come about, and then we'll be looking at what the statute of limitations is on libel and slander and all that kind of stuff. Thanks for looking in. This is A Foreigner in the Philippines.